Welcome to the Path of Least Resistance, Episode 8. In this, we're going to try the 6.5 star weekly, which is Aurelion Sol. And we're going to be using Leblanc with triple Stalkers Blade. I hear this works. I haven't tried it yet. This Aurelion Sol has perfected Manaflow, which sucks, has Cage Match, which also sucks, and Deadly. So they're going to get an extra mana gem every round, and their Nexus can't die until round 5. Triple Stalkers Leblanc should provide a lot of control in this game. We're going to be looking for something that gives us mana. Bigglesworth was probably fine. Creative cards cost 1 less, should be pretty good. And let's get started. Alright, our first fight is against Monkey Idol. We don't need to hold a House Spider because it has draw, Farsight Alteration. We might want to save mana for LeBlanc next turn. So on the bright side, the units aren't exaggeratedly huge like they were in the 5.5 star weekly. You're gonna drop LeBlanc. Use Sharpened Resolve on LeBlanc to make the hits a little bit bigger. When we use the Mirror Image, Mirror Image cost is reduced by 1 because of Wild Inspiration. We can do it one more time. We basically have to take the 6 damage here. We don't have the mana to stop it, and we don't want to lose the LeBlanc. So something to consider when you're playing LeBlanc is to hold your mirror image until there's enough things to hit. If we were to use it right here, this would die and we'd only get 6 damage out of it. But if there's multiple mobs, we'll get more damage out of it that way. So we can just play waiting moves like dropping extra units here. You're going to finish off with House Spider and then use Mirror Image. They're not playing any cards. I assume they have something in hand, and I don't know why they're not playing it. It's either a combat trick or they're waiting until we are out of things to do. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea why. AI does AI things. So we have LeBlanc Sigil and Malice. So that'll be another LeBlanc here. So we're not afraid of getting captured. We're gonna drop that just to free our LeBlanc. We're not afraid of this Boro. But we are trying to get him to use more cards.
Classic misdirection.
So we should have the win here. It might have been worth just attacking open.
Surprised to see me. It's the hunter.
And Monkey Idol goes down.
Another rose for the garden.
We took 10 damage there from all of the powder monkeys that came out. Hopefully that's not going to be a common thing. We can take Weapons of the Lost here as double time watch, so we might be able to play that at some point. The other option is Salty Spinner, and I don't know that that's better. For a support champion, we do want something that makes hit points. Evelyn has two things that have mana gems, which is pretty good. Keeper of the Box here has some life steal though, so we'll take Kane. We always want the middle path to be open if we're not interested in either of the edges. So either way we go down is fine. Rockhopper can get really strong really fast. I'm gonna take the Jagged Butcher instead. I think that'll be easier to keep under control. Last time I got nervous after not dropping House Spider, so we'll drop House Spider here. Although we did make use of all of the mana we got. So it wasn't a bad call to keep the LeBlanc free. I didn't realize that had +1. If I had, I would have used Sharpen Resolve on the spider or attacked with the other spider. That was just a complete misplay. Alright, we have 2 LeBlanc in hand. We'll drop our first one here.
I whisper truth into lies.
We can protect our spider here. There's no reason not to. The Abyssal Guard is going to challenge LeBlanc, killing her. We do have second in hand though, so it's not that bad. I'll play a Thrashing Snapper here, just as a waiting move. Didn't do anything, so play LeBlanc. I assume, again, they have 6 cards in hand. One of those is playable. I don't know what they're waiting for, I guess, to do 14 damage to my LeBlanc. That was our win condition, so things are going to be a little trickier now. We can drop Kane, he has mana deposit, so we'll get our mana back from that. And then we can use Arachnoid Sentry to stun the Abyssal Guard, so he can't be challenged. We want to stop this. And we can play a Legion Drummer to get some first strike. Don't think losing Kane here would be correct. I think it's the only way we can win. We can strike into the Abyssal Guard here. And attack with the Legion Drummer. If he blocks the Legion Drummer... I forgot that every time we attack we're going to summon a LeBlanc with triple Stalkers Blade. Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, if he blocked the Legion Drummer, we could use Sharpen Resolve or Blade's Edge to keep it alive.
I have my orders.
And now we're basically waiting.
Close your eyes and drift away.
We can't block Smooth Soloist. I guess the Keeper of the Box did come with elusive, so we can block it. I still think I want to take the damage and then block the 3/3 so that our Keeper of the Box stays alive, and we'll get a life steal effect off of that, so no life will change here. We can use his Blade's Edge later to finish off the Citrus Courier. We'll do a little bit of damage here. He is basically out of cards at this point. I could have played Weapons of the Lost, and I should have. I'll do it now, it's just more expensive. Trying to figure out the best way to attack here. I think we're gonna use Legion Drummer to give first strike to quick attack to Kane. We'll use this Blade's Edge on the Citrus Courier so that Kane stays alive. Will be recalled to our hand. Depending on what if any LeBlanc comes out, just makes it so nothing matters. Okay, Kane levels up. And if we want some hit points back, we can play it as Rast, or we can do the Shadow Assassin if we want to do a little bit more damage. I don't think I'm too worried about getting hit points back, so we can do Shadow Assassin. It'll give us an elusive blocker as well. Can't stop that. You can use Weapons of the Lost here to reduce him to 3 hit points. That will give us the ability to kill it when we block. And Jagged Butcher is out of cards, we're close to full life. We can just end the game here. Alright, so I played a lot of things wrong there, but it's fine. Can take Kato the arm here, that'll be good damage. Rasa's potentially something that we could build up to, but I'm not convinced on it. I think 4 Glory is probably not great, although we could play it on like round 4. So here we're choosing between Spell Chest and Item Chest. I think Item Chest is better, but it gives us limited options on where we can path to after. It'll force the Brightsteel Protector, and then whatever that node is here. I guess they both go towards that node, so it's fine. No, I am not. Okay, let's start over. We take the Item Chest, which I believe is probably better than the Spells Chest, then Brightsteel Protector will let us go to this node and this node. And if we take the Spells Chest, we can take Dawnspeakers, which I think might be a little bit harder than Brightsteel Protector. Although this does have Most Strongest Unit gets barrier at round start, which is kind of annoying to deal with. If we go up here, we get the options at the top and middle. I think I would prefer to fight Dawnspeakers, I think they're going to be less dangerous. I don't want any of these, and I thought that would probably be the case. So we have Chamber of Renewal, which is Spell Shield, and then we have a shop. We're going to want to take that shop to see if we can get a good power. I still pick Dawnspeakers over the other thing. Could have kept a Keeper of the Box, probably wouldn't have been a bad plan. Drawing into second LeBlanc would probably give us a bit more safety, though. The single LeBlanc isn't going to be able to kill those. Last time I regretted playing mana for House Spider because it made the next round more difficult, but I still think having those blockers is important. I'm going to attack here with this 3/3. If he blocks with Lawrence Chevalier, then we can kill it. This will unfortunately proc the Dawnspeakers to give each other +1/+1, but it's better than having the Lawrence around. I don't think they can do anything that's super threatening here for me. Block the 6 damage, just because it's the most amount of damage. And we can block with LeBlanc here. Well, we didn't get a choice. But if we use Sharpen Resolve, we can keep LeBlanc alive. We do have a Keeper of the Box to get some of that health back that we just lost from that block. But we do need Kane before it gets the Life Steal effect. Play Sharpen Resolve on LeBlanc, and now we can use Mirror Image. I do want him to play more cards. He's not doing it though. Play another Mirror Image. I don't want to lose the opportunity to clear out his board. But I assume he has something like Inspiring Light or just more. I don't think there's a reason to save this Mirror Image. We'll just play it. I don't know why he's flow playing cards. It's actually like really weird. Our Summon LeBlanc will kill the Badger Bear, and we'll hit for 11. It's round 3, so we can win here anyway, because of the cage match modifier. I don't want to get hit by this dragon. I'll just use Mirror Image to get rid of it. I assume he has other cards in hand. He has 10 mana already. It's ridiculous. Alright, he's done playing cards. So we'll just play out our attackers for next round. We can win this round. I'm not sure if we'll be able to though. Again, he's just slow playing his cards. There's no way he has 9 mana, no way to play a card. Continue copying Leblanc to clear the board. We do want to get our hit points back. We have just enough damage to win. I'll leave one off. This way we can still win with the Blade's Edge in case something weird happens. So here's Kane to give us the Keeper of the Box lifesteal. He has Inspiring Light. Wasn't unexpected. So here we're going to remove one of our creatures so that we have board space to play Mirror Image. And the Mirror Image will clear off his board. Next round we'll attack with Kato, targeting or supporting Keeper of the Box, and use Sharpened Resolve on that.
It was inevitable.
Not bad, I'm remembering how to play the game. I'm going to take Thorned Blade here. +5 is pretty good. I want the shop. Spell Shield isn't bad. It's guaranteed. Enfeebling Strike is amazing here. We remove our worst card. In this case, it's a choice between Darkened Lodestone and Weapons of the Lost. I'm going to remove Weapons of the Lost because it's the most expensive. Here we're going into the Howling Abyss. This has Aurelion Sol's normal power, which is when the foe summons a champion, double its stats. I've heard that he can get Elder Dragon here. And if that happens, that's bad. You just like kind of automatically lose the game. You also can't win till round 5, and he'll have full mana by then. We're just going to pass here. He has no threats on the board, no reason to play cards.
Time to make
Counter his luck with our LeBlanc.
the black rose blooms once more.
We had the opportunity to get landmark removal from a draft in one of the other fights. Probably would have been worth picking that up. So we're going to lose, get LeBlanc entombed here. I'm going to throw Sharpened Resolve. I'm not sure if when she comes out, she'll be the 9/5. But if she is, then, you know, just got a little bit extra stats for free here. Our hand is also full, so we need to start playing some cards. Volibear is terrible. 34 hit points. Gives everything Overwhelm. Does 8 to the units. Yeah, okay, sure, why not?
I have my orders.
Just playing cards to get him out of our hand. Alright. So our LeBlanc will be unentombed here. And she does spawn as a 9, as I hoped.
Fall by my blade.
The Enfeebling Strike paid off as well, reducing Volibear to something a lot more manageable. Use Mirror Image. Kill LeBlanc and Fiora, or not LeBlanc, Volibear and Fiora. I have the strongest dead allied champion. Okay, so I didn't even know he equipped an ally this game. I guess it doesn't matter, you can just play. So he gets another Volibear back, which is fine, I guess. We have the opportunity to just stun him here, and I think I'll do that in case he has another card he can play. We do not survive this double frostbite. I'm not sure there's anything I can do about it. Yeah, okay. No, I searched and did not find. Kind of unfortunate to have that happen twice. Play House Spider to open up some hand space. And throw Blade's Edge at the Nexus. Whispered Words gives us 3 cards. Can Mirror Image House Spider here. We are trying to draw into LeBlanc again. And we find her. I don't know if I want to play her just now. Our board is basically full. We also might have some stupid combat trick, or like the third stupid frostbite thing. Shatter. I'll just attack here, get some damage in. I should have left one off so that LeBlanc could spawn and deal damage. I keep forgetting that's an ability. Plays Bard, which is fine. I'll drop LeBlanc, kill Bard. Jax captures LeBlanc, that is terrible. We need to free her, and I don't think we have the ability to do so quite yet. Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good. Play the Blade's Edge just to get it out of hand. Next round, we're going to, if we have the opportunity, no, and now we don't. We were going to use the Arachnoid Sentry to stun Volibear, but it got Spell Shield, so we can't do that anymore. There's way too much damage on the board, we're just going to die. There's no stopping this, so there's no point in even blocking. If we block, Galio will rally. Volibear is just going to kill us by giving everything Overwhelm. So, I made a mistake when I allowed Volibear to stay on the board. I should have just removed it. Forgot about Shatter and Second Shatter, which is dumb because it hit me earlier. I could have kept Kane in hand there to give us a higher chance of drawing LeBlanc from the level 20 power. But our LeBlanc is also never going to be strong enough here for us to be safe against Shatter. We just don't have that option. If I do this again, if we lose here, I might switch out of Stalkers Blade for Bounty Hunter's Renown.
for the moneymakers.
Draven hits us for 21. Is that fine?
History forgets, but the Black Rose remembers. The Black Rose blooms once more!
Now we're cooking.
We just don't have any defense against those pings.
Places to go, people to be.
Draven out?
I slay horror, and I smile.
Alright, we remove Draven. We remove Nyla. And we go into round 5. So we are able to win now. Except we're not able to win. We lost the Shatter, which makes me happy. I'm gonna do 18 damage here, except that we're gonna get entombed. So instead we'll do less than that. I don't know what to do.
The world awaits! Forward!
Dropping some units just to have blockers here. He lost second Shatter, which is good.
Behold, the righteous
Gale does come with Overwhelm. I can draw 3. Okay, this is pretty good. We got Arachnoid Sentry, we can use that to stun the Gale. He's gonna give himself Overwhelm. We're gonna stun him back. I play Darkened Lodestone on LeBlanc. Okay. Redoubled Valor is kind of a problem. I'll hit him with Bloody Business first to reduce his overall power.
Victory! Worries fall from us like water.
Plays Soothsayer, we counter by playing LeBlanc.
Toxic misdirection.
If we had more board space last round, we would have played LeBlanc to just get rid of Uter.
It's time.
He's almost out of cards. You could have up to 2 more champions though.
A perfect puppet. Locked, loaded, and ready to rock.
You just keep playing mirror images, clearing out his board. We win on our next attack. I don't know what that last card is. Probably an Entomb or something. Since I'm expecting Entomb, I'm going to play these cards. So we're not just buffing one unit, we're going a little bit wide here. Alright, we get through it.
Another rose for the garden.
I don't think we want play start a free attack. I think that has a high potential of killing us. Not being able to block with LeBlanc, but giving it 4 attack is probably fine. We're not trying to block with LeBlanc. Regen being the other option, which doesn't really do anything because she doesn't have much life to start with. We could take Dragon's Rage for Fury here. Higher Education gives us, you always have +1 here. But if you use Whispered Words, you go up to +3 or 4. That might just be better. Over Prepared is also an option because we have the Keeper of the Box. I'm going to take Higher Education. I honestly don't know which option is worse here. The Trifarian Gloryseeker has the ability to challenge, so we might not be able to take good blocks. I don't know what Tenor of Terror does. The item chest, I don't know if that's better than removing a card here either, so I'm just kind of lost. I'm just going to pick a path and go and see what happens. Keeping Kane in hand, we can use him to refill our life later. It also gives us a higher chance of drawing the block from the champion power.
Ride on!
Throw down the House Spider as a preemptive defense. Could have attacked with that. If you had blocked with the Basilisk Rider, I could have used Sharpened Resolve and removed it. Would have been good.
The best lies are beautiful. The black rose blooms once more. Sharpen the blade, secure the
This is kind of the situation I was trying to avoid, but
face me.
didn't.
The world awaits!
Play Legion Drummer. We can counter their bloody business. Nope, messed up.
Formation.
Didn't have the mana to also play bloody business. So that was bad. Attack for 3 though.
BC.
It shall rain ash in our wake.
The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
Carve a path.
So this is 23 damage. We can play Kane here.
They will fear my name and grovel before mine.
And Shadow Step Kane into a Thorn of the Rose.
Your training has failed.
Now we do have enough to play that bloody business. We do lose that exchange, unfortunately.
I failed you, said.
And so we're just kind of forced to take 11 here. It's not the worst. They still only have 1 card in hand. We have Keeper of the Box. I'm gonna play Whispered Words first to see what we get.
The box bestows for a price.
We're fine with Guile. Basically have to play Leblanc.
To put my face on.
And we can mirror image. I should have sharpened resolve first. We can mirror image the Keeper of the Box to get 2 more hit points.
Merely a vessel. I stand for Noctis.
We're just gonna remove anything he plays as soon as he plays it.
It's time.
Only the finest serve. Watch, learn. You will see.
I'm gonna play Sharpen Resolve on the Keeper of the Box. Respond to their bloody business with our bloody business. Fill up our life. This way we'll be able to go into next round. Actually not sure we can win yet still. But we're close. Okay, second Kato, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think they have a way to stop this. That was rough.
One step
Yeah, I don't know.
closer.
I feel like I'm not making necessarily the best decisions right now. I don't like ephemeral units. Midnight Raid is very good though. There's some interesting options here. Soul Gorger isn't bad, especially as an 8/8. Whispered Words giving us a mana gem is also good. Take Sting Officer for sure. I think I'm still gonna skip the rest. Pilfer Provisions of the Vekauran Vagabond. This is fairly easy to deal with. Probably easier than Lord Broadmane. We don't have a stun. And there's a shop on this side, which I want. Alright, we got a LeBlanc in hand, which is great. Gonna play House Spider.
We're not taking it. We're taking it.
Gonna attack with House Spider and Sting Officer. They'll block. We'll use Sharpened Resolve. We lose our House Spider, kill the Vagabond. Get a little bit of chip damage in. As long as they don't have Challenger, we're pretty safe playing LeBlanc.
I hate having to put my face on. I whisper truth into lies. Son of a...
Block with our Spider. We can use Sharpened Resolve to do a little bit of extra damage to the clock hand. We could play this mirror image here, but it's free, so we can save it for next round as well. We're not losing anything by doing that. I'm going to play a Legion Saboteur just because it's cheap here. We do want him to play another card, so we're going to play Thrashing Snapper. He's refusing to play, so we use Sharpened Resolve on LeBlanc and then Mirror Image.
Seeing double.
Don't believe we can win this round no matter what, so we can just go ahead and take an attack here. Yeah, it's still round 3. Starts finally playing out his cards, which is fine. We'll just copy LeBlanc and clear the board again. Alright, he plays infinity cards. It doesn't matter. We're just going to mirror image LeBlanc. We did lose a mana gem here, though, so we can't play Kayn. The ideal would have been to play Kayn into Kato and then use that to attack next round. They stole that option from us. But it's fine, we'll just keep copying LeBlanc. I feel like double Stalkers Blade, Bounty Hunter's Renown would probably have been really good here. I feel like he's in an infinite loop right now.
A perfect puppet.
Okay, he stopped playing his infinite loop, which is great, but I mean, he still has the option. Like, this card didn't go away. He could literally strip us of all of our cards.
Surprised to see me. Gently, gently. I have my orders. Terrible things lay inside.
Alright, we're hoping that he doesn't go back into an infinite loop and kill all our mana.
Cut them for our God!
Carbon Resolve on the block, and then Mirror Image.
Cursed relic.
Not sure how we could have stopped this. They can literally just play these for free. And play them forever.
What a treat.
Alright, this should be winning. It's not a cool combination for sure. I believe the AI is limited in how many times they can play the same cards
Closer.
in a turn, but like technically there was nothing stopping it from just removing all of my mana and putting an infinite number of 14/14s out on the board. The AI was better situated. They could have just done that forever. It's not a lot of difference between taking the Thrashing Snapper and the Trifarian Gloryseeker here. I think they play out exactly the same. Okay, we will take this shop. Moon Silver is a card I like because it reduces the cost of your cards. However, without draw, it's just clogging up your deck. Trifarian Training Pits is good because we'll attack with 5 power units, so we'll get double attacks with that. I can take Reunited for sure. That's just free damage. Cataclysm also has some potential. I think I lean towards skipping, so I'm going to skip. Had I taken Thrashing and Snapper, we could have gotten rid of all our copies of Thrashing and Snapper right there, which probably wouldn't have been too bad. You can get rid of Thorn Blade, it's expensive.
Naturally.
I know I said it was a potentially useful card, and that's still true. I think it's just still the worst card in our deck right now. Flip out all the cards looking for Leblanc. So the worst thing that can happen is that Viego gets played. On round 6, you play your champion, Viego shows up, and you just lose your champion for no reason. And this is a pretty good setup right here. We'll be able to clear out this board pretty well next round. We might get hit by Aurelion Sol. He does level, which is unfortunate. That will give him Sky's Descend, which I'll definitely use. And it's not like we could do anything different. He also only drew one LeBlanc. 2 would have been a lot safer. Then if we lost one, we could just replay. But he doesn't use Sky's Descend, and he doesn't attack us. So that's pretty good. We'll be able to remove a couple more.
Seeing double.
Feels like he doesn't have Sky's Descend in hand, or he would have played it. Very happy clearing the board. He gets free champions every round. After this round, he'll get free Aurelion Sols every round. Probably, I think. Yeah. So we're going to play a Legion Saboteur to get a little bit of extra damage in. We're going to play another one to get a little bit of extra damage in. And we're going to play this Keeper of the Box. Remove Trandamir here.
Classic misdirection. Good.
This extra LeBlanc is just going to be for dealing damage to the enemy nexus. And
My move.
we'll get our free summoned LeBlanc as well. It does have Celestial Wonder in hand. That's fairly common.
Shape the skies and mold the earth. A perfect.
Play Mirror Image doesn't quite kill Asol here. It is scary to have him around because he generates that Celestial card. We don't know what that Celestial card is. But none of them are good for us.
I've become who I was always meant to be.
The child is gone. The killer remains.
Classic misdirection. As foretold.
We're keeping a space open here, so we can use Mirror Image.
Seeing double.
I'll just keep playing Mirror Images.
Be seen. Smoke and mirror.
Don't believe this quite wins the game yet. Yeah, we need one more round. And he finally draws Sky's Descend. We don't have a good response for this.
You dare try to tame me?
You play House Spider, just have a blocker here. Play Kane.
You are the tool. I am the weapon.
Lies ease your feeble mind.
Kane is free, so it'll just free up some space for us to play Whispered Words. We're looking for that second LeBlanc. If we don't find it, we can use the Arachnoid Sentry to break Spell Shield. And if we have the damage, we can use Bloody Business here. You can play Keeper of the Box, though. That has Elusive.
Then I will take
That'll be good for us next round.
I do love an audience.
Shadow and misery.
Yes. Hush.
I believe this is winning. Yeah. And then you just don't play any other cards if the game says you win. Like maybe you could use Sharpen Resolve and then they counter with Celestial Wonder, something like that. You just never turn a win into a loss. Alright, we did make it through that. It was pretty grindy. Yeah, I mean, I probably would put a Bounty Hunter's Renown on over a third Stalker's Blade. Not that Stalker's Blade times 3 was bad. It worked out fairly effectively. Not much to say. Very, very grindy, very boring. If you could get extra mana, that would have made it a little smoother. Having cost reduction on your image is good up until you get 15 damage. You want to pump LeBlanc as much as possible. And then don't forget that when you attack, she summons herself. I forgot that a lot of times. It does make a difference. That's all. Those are the 3 weekly challenges for this week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.